Oh, the electric shot was wild. No bleeding thing. Oh, the fire. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. It is legitimately just like shooting fish in a barrel.
Vital signs critical.
We pushed out, look, we pushed out, look. So much damage. What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video where today we're going to lean in really hard on the current seasonal modifiers. Not only that, we are going to give ourselves a ton of damage and just kind of see what kind of crowd control we can also do at the same time. I think it's going to be crazy. We're going to check it out. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. But before we get straight into it, I just wanted to say welcome and thank you to everybody that is new here. A whole bunch of you recently have clicked that subscribe button to the channel, so thank you very much to you. If you haven't already, please do consider doing so. It really does help the channel out. Some of the shorts have absolutely popped off and the subscriber count has absolutely flown. It's unbelievable. So from me, it's a massive thank you. That's enough of that. Let's get straight into it before I start crying. Right, I'm going to show you the build straight off the rip with this one and kind of go over what it is I'm thinking. Now, I wouldn't usually use a striker's chest because getting beyond 50 stacks and keeping them stacked up isn't usually the best. But we are going to try it out in this case scenario because there's a couple of things that I definitely wanted to use. One being the Healer Guard Night Watcher named mask. It gives us 5% total armor. Great, whatever. I'm not that bothered about that. But I managed to roll this one to weapon damage, crit chance with the attributes. But it gives us 100% scanner pulse haste, meaning that we can keep pulsing in battle situations really quickly. Now, everyone will be saying straight away right off the rip, why are you not using the drone? We all know that the scanner drone is very good this season. But I had to take away the pieces that usually give me my little bit of survivability. I love an all red build, but I also do like a little bit of survivability. I usually run a palisade in the, I usually run a liquid engineer or something with bloodsucker on. And without having any of that, I am literally reliant on the 10% armor on kill that comes from gunner. So I really wanted to kind of stick with that theme where I keep some survivability, the 10% armor on kill here. For this scenario, but that's why I've opted not to run for that. Then when it comes to a backpack, it's a named backpack, the Courier. Now, this is not that hard of a unicorn to get. It doesn't come with a core attribute of red, but I wanted it to be red. But you've got to basically get one that has crit chance and crit damage on it. It's always going to have perfect creeping death on, so it's not a terrible one to try and farm. Headshot damage, I mean, I'd rather it be crit damage, but it's headshot nonetheless, so we'll have to make sure we're trying to hit the heads to take advantage of that. But it comes with perfect creeping death. When you apply a status effect, it's also applied to all enemies within 10 meters of your target. And you're beginning to see what is kind of happening here at this point. Because we're also going to go back and run an old favourite, the St. Elmo's engine, because that will give us electric rounds once we've filled the stack. And these are pretty generous. We get this quite a lot, so therefore we're going to run that as well, giving us a kind of CC effect. Going back to the pulse, and the reason why we're running the pulse is because of the seasonal modifiers, but as well to kind of line and stack up with the chest piece, we get extra rate of fire speed with the seasonal modifier that we've got here. So you can see here we don't get any for at the beginning, but then it starts giving us 15, it starts giving us 20, and then we get 25 at the end. Well, obviously as well, we're running strikers, the no-brain gear set that everybody hates, but that also will give us an extra 15% rate of fire, taking the St. Elmo as standard to 978 with the ability, obviously, of getting up to a 25% more, which is a significant amount. And I'm kind of hoping that that takes us past that 50% bracket, but I've got a funny feeling it might not unless we're in Legendary or in Countdown perhaps. And I think that it might end up being a bit of a waste because we'll notice that the bar is never above 50%. Now that might change if you're in a group. In a group, harder enemies, more enemies, that might be great also. But in solo, I've got a funny feeling it might be a bit of a waste. But just for giggles at the end, we'll throw ourselves into a Legendary and we'll just kind of see what it looks like there as well. Right, so with the rest of the modifiers then, at this point, we're going to run the microwave coils. So up to 4 enemies affected by pulse will receive the burn status effects, which then obviously is going to spread also again because of the backpack talent if they're within 10 meters of each other. We're then going to take the Reaper scan because we want to make sure that we're keeping the bar up as far as we possibly can. That way then the rate of fire is always faster also. And then also again, relating to that, critical hits, we're going to be firing fast. We're going to have a lot of crits. We're almost maxed out on crit chance. We're going to get momentum from that also. If I was going to take any out, if I feel like it's probably being overdone, I probably would take that one out and perhaps go to critical recovery. But that is just something that we need to kind of test out first to see how we get on. I'm going to go with overdrive. I like overdrive. It gives us 30% weapon damage, 30% rate of fire as well, unlimited ammo supply, and you can literally tap it and be maxed out, giving you all of them instantly. And I think it's kind of great, right? I think the other ones are kind of good, and we all know that the headshot one can be great, but you know, it tends to run out when you flip between areas of the level that you're playing in at the time. And that's kind of it. If we looked at the stats, 55 crit chance, 120 crit damage, nothing to write home about, 88% critical hit damage. Strikers, we've got crit chance, crit damage on the gloves, crit damage on the knees, crit damage, and on the holster, crit damage. It might just be a bit too much, but I'm just kind of wondering, you know, if it just will make the game really easy, and we'll kind of see that. I've gone with charge speed and skill haste. Charge speed, I don't feel like is a thing actually, because charge speed is when you hold it down and it goes and charges, so that might not actually be a thing. It doesn't look like I've got a mod. I've messed my mods up somewhere, I've stored them or something, but either way we're taking skill haste here, and that brings the cooldown to 8.8 seconds, which is nothing. I'm hoping, meaning that we don't really need to run the tac drone. So for a change, rather than go Lincoln Memorial, let's go to the Federal Emergency Bunker. And we'll give it a go and see how it gets on. It's very early here. I've not quite woken up. I've only had half a coffee. So what my performance will be like is I don't know. Take them off. Heroic. And let's see if the proof of concept is any good.
The Federal shelter should be beneath your current position. Find a way down there, but proceed with caution.
We've yet to see the St. Elmo in action. I forgot how good the St. Elmo is though. Oh, that fire. Oh, no, the electric. That couldn't have worked out any better as part of a concept. Oh, I mean, that is, I'm not going to lie, that is pretty sweet. And I did kind of just stand there like an idiot, just to kind of feel like if I was going to take any damage. Probably the worst mission to do the test, because we've got this little bit of a thing in between. I didn't so it looks like my strikes, I didn't pay too much attention, but we are still close to half, so it does look like we did manage to push over half with the rate of fire that we've got, and that is definitely important, because otherwise it becomes a wasted piece. You know, when I see a lot of people using heartbreaker builds this season, but you'll watch the gameplay and they'll never push over the 50%. And it's like you're just wasting your time. Like, you're not getting any bonuses from the heartbreaker. The pulse is definitely up loads. I mean, it's just too easy. I'm actually loving it. We'll do one more room. And then what we'll do is we'll say goodbye to everybody. But we are going to go to a quick test in Legendary. I feel like with 0 survivability, I might push my luck a little bit, but... This build would also work really well with the Defender drone because we would also be invincible at all times as well. Oh, this is annoying. Or it's not annoying. I mean, it's not annoying because with that laser beam...
Great. You can use the computer.
Yeah, this is absolute smacker of a build for a season. It's got absolutely no use outside of the season because of the pulse, but... I mean, maybe it has. Like, the backpack actually is pretty good with the mixing with the St. Elmo and spreading the electric shock. Giving you that Hunter's Fury vibe for an assault rifle, essentially.
Manny, thank God. It's Maya.
Please, Maya. We've gone somewhere else. All right, so let's see how we kind of get on here. I'm not too hopeful with 0 survivability, but
Those crazy fucks showed up. You gotta get me out of here.
You've got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
or maybe I'm just going to take it all back. Damn it, look at the 1.2 mils just popping off like we don't care. I'm actually super impressed. Come on, run. Let's see if we can get the... and push our luck. We're going to push our luck. We're going to go in here. I mean, we're not pushing our luck. We are that strong. Or maybe we did that. Pop the pulse a bit too early there. Here they come. Oh, the electric shock coming in clutch. Alright, this is wild. Let's just see if we really... I mean, that first bit's not terrible. Look at them all on fire having a dance. Oh, it's actually wild. Strikers is at tippy top. Oh, the electric... It's... Alright, I think we've just literally probably come across... I know I really like the invulnerable thing. But this is just flat out deeps. Super impressed. Super impressed. Yeah, a lot of fun. Definitely one of my favourite builds this season. Here it is. Definitely worth building. Yeah, St. Elmo's back this season, baby. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, agents. Bye-bye.